So all these things are important, and then there are other aspects of life, because when you're balancing work and life, how much time do you want to spend on your health? Did you ask yourself this question this morning? That how much time did you spend on your health? How much time did you meditate? How's your spiritual health doing? Is that a priority or not? I mean, you could be happy, but maybe you haven't started your spiritual journey. Maybe at one point at the age of 60 or 70, you realize what is the purpose of life, and maybe that time you are not able to do that. Here again, once again, you're off balance. And before I go any further, I'll give you that if at all we do not know all these 2, 4, 5, 8, 10 points, this is what we need in our life. Doesn't matter. At the age of 16, 17, 20, there are many people who are winning gold medals. So you're old enough. Don't think, okay, I'm 16 or 17. Yeah, you need to plan that right now. Because as we move further, I'll tell you, I learned the hard way a few things. Because if you're not balancing your life, at one point, it's going to hit you really hard. It is going to hit you really hard. This is the most important question you could ask today to yourself. We go shopping and we plan, okay, I want to buy a white color thing or a black color thing, and we could easily switch with our clothes. But here you are at the age of 30, 40, 50, 60, you could realize, oh gosh, I didn't want to get married. You're now living with 6 kids, and at 60, I don't want to get married. This is the time you're realizing, because you didn't plan your life. It isn't a balanced life. So work life is very important, but you need to ask these questions. If I may ask you, if you had to jot down that these are the 2, 4, 5, 6 or 8 things important for you, and how would you want to balance your life and work?
It's such a great perspective you just shared, because I think for quite some time when we think about work-life balance, we think about on a day-to-day or maybe a week-to-week aspect of, like, I'm working and these are the hours I work, then I should be able to have downtime and family time and friends time and time for health and other leisurely activities or things that I enjoy, whether it's sports or anything competitive or things I want to learn or education. But the way you've put it is fantastic, because you're looking at it, yes, what's the long-term plan, then the short-term plan, and then you can go down to what do you need to do daily to a weekly basis of how do your weeks look like. And I think because you're such a scheduled person, like, I think all your hours are accountable for in a week, and that's why you're able to accomplish the stuff you are, and still you have a high level of energy to do it. Because what you're doing is you're doing creative work at the same time as managing a business and people and expectations, but also there's a lot of creativity that goes to creating content, right? And then there's a lot of research and there's a lot of stuff. So thank you for sharing that, because as I'm listening to, I've actually learned a few things right now, that it's about asking those questions and then backtracking into, okay, well, now how do I implement it to my daily schedule, to my weekly schedule? Yeah. And for me, it's very important to spend time with family, because I think the older I get, the more I realize, you don't know how long you have. Is it the end of today? Is it tomorrow? Is it a few years from now that you have with your family members? And those are things that you don't want to regret. And I think a theory I learned from Jeff Bezos, reading some of his stuff, and he talks about regret minimization theory, and it's this theory that he applies to his life and his business. And what it is that make decisions today where you minimize the number of regrets you have in the future, right? And I think perhaps thinking about life as in, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? What is it when it comes to your health, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your personal life? If you don't have those decisions or your mind made up, and it's okay to change. And here's the other thing. It's one thing to have a decision today, and it's okay to change your mind.